Today's April 6th, Wednesday, 2011. It is about 9 a.m. exactly. I received a gift from my mother. This is what this is. When I first saw this, I immediately thought it was, who makes this? I forgot. But in any case, when I immediately saw this, I thought that it was real. And it was something like this real would be, I'm gonna have to guess 135,000. But it's a fun little gift. And look, it opens up, and you can put like little things in there. I don't know what I'm gonna put in there. You can put a lot of different things in there. Pills, roaches, maybe a ring, earrings, maybe like a little something little that has some meaning to you. And this one, the little boy, opens up too. Anyways, so look at this. She thought she would get this for me. Hold on a second. Get myself a wife. She thought that this was the man, and this was the woman, and it was like this. But that's not the case. I think this is a child, and this is like the father, and they're just like relaxing, hanging out. So, you know, she wants grandchildren. You know that. But it's really pretty. It's like cute. I don't know, but I don't know what I'm going to put inside of it though. It's really nice. By the way, this is a hassle to make a picture, and to import a picture and to create a text field to it is not easy to do. First of all, I need to take a better picture of this than what it is now, a better scan. And my question, well, not a question, but I'll figure it out on my own, is what's the best way to take a physical document and visualize it? There has to be some, I don't know, better way than, there has to be a better method than the scan. I mean, I'm sure it would be really expensive to just buy the machine that's like a sophisticated scanning machine, but there has to be a location, a business of some kind that does it for you for a few dollars maybe at most. Because that's, I mean, if you're going to take a physical document and without any errors of any kind, pixel by pixel, visualize it, that's worth a few dollars. Because all you need to do is just one document, and then you can mass produce that on your own. But I ran into a few problems, and after clicking around for a few hours, I figured it out, and I more or less solved the problem. I just need to get a better scan of the picture, but I also need to lock everything. So I was thinking of using make it into, okay, first create it on Word, and then export it into a PDF, and then as a PDF import it again into Word, lock it, create the text fields, and that's where I've been running into problems, because I'm unable to PDF it. I'm unable to make it into a PDF file because it's a .bmp file. But I think once I get a better scan, you know what? My only concern is it's just to be locked. and it cannot be moved by accident. So that's what I did last night before I went to go into sleep. I closed out my electronic cigarette business yesterday. Kind of almost regret it. I wish, but I got a lot of experience from it, and I feel, I feel good there's other people doing it, and I hope it all works out for them. I don't think it's for me though. I tried it though, and I have a really strong argument that holds me to the ground and doesn't make me feel guilty or bad about giving up on it. And the argument is simply this: by importing from China and selling it in the US, some shitty product that, mind you, I test every single one of them. So whatever godforsaken chemicals are put into it, I'm ingesting myself into it, and I don't think it's healthy, first of all, from my experience with it. Well, after hundreds of uses, it might have some serious effects on some people. But there's going to be a few that are going to rise up to the top and going to make their money, a lot of money with it. A lot of money. And good for them. But what I was saying about the Chinese is, I don't think I take it upon myself to say no. What they do with their economy, in the way they commit currency fraud, the way they circumvent legally their import laws by having no import duties, is a problem for me, as living in America and as China holding the largest U.S. debt. U.S. is the largest amount of U.S.'s debt, which is at $1 trillion. A country that's under communist rule. I just have a problem with doing business with them. And I'm only feeding into their economy by working with them. Yeah, it wasn't $50 billion, but a little there and a little there and a little there, a little there, a little there, a little there. You know, it all adds up. It all adds up to that. Maybe I'll go back to it one day. But I wouldn't be importing it from over there. If I go back to it, I'll be making my own. I studied it. I opened it up. It's a really simple mechanism. If anyone's an electronic cigarette user, open it up. It's so simple. It has a battery unit, it has some wires, and it has a little device that creates the vapor. It's a very simple, primitive device. But the chemicals in it are, I don't know what's in there. All the documents I got from the company I was buying from were all very suspicious looking, and as if they were forged, created, because I don't think the FDA uses the flag that they put on it. So, but and of course there's a lot of problems that I learned that I'm not going to share with you, because that's something you have to do yourself, and you'll find out the problems I had. But these ones are more on a philosophical level, and in that sense, I give that for free, that kind of information. But more and more I'm learning that there's some information I have to buy and I have to sell. Like yesterday, I went to the tailor, a woman tailor that I got a reference for. It was a Russian woman, I guess, and she just started her own business at home. Like, she has a whole tailoring setup. It really sophisticated. I was impressed. Like, she asked me, like, oh, what's so special? I'm like, I didn't have the words to explain the grand feeling I experienced as I walked in. I saw mannequins and I saw the whole setup. I've never seen that before, the way that she set it up. But she gave me this ridiculous price of $170, and I received $84 from Men's Warehouse, which is a chain, a huge chain where they sell very expensive clothing. And they were able to give me a cheap price like that for $84, and she gave me $170. And afterwards, I just gave her $20 because she explained everything to me. Like, to tailor a suit is very I don't know what's the word. It's a skill, not a skill. It's something, but there's a lot that pants, the vest. I didn't know anything about that, so I gave her $20 for that information because now I know something. I think it's worth it. But foolishly, no, not foolishly, I made the right decision. Had I mentioned my mother, that price would have gone down maybe 3 times. I've been thinking about all the things she's been doing I never knew about. And I only know maybe not even the half of it. Amazing. And sad. I'll try to make things up though, somehow, someday. Alright, I have to do some things now. I'm going to tally up my inventory after I take a shower and go shop. I fucked up though in one of the stores. The guy owed me like $240, and then he said he's gonna keep 12. So what I did was I subtracted 12 from from how many I gave him, and then I figured out that price, and then I subtracted even more money from that to give like a discount. So in the long run, I should have at least gotten $200, but I got him $100. It was like, oh fuck, I fucked up. And then I'm selling my stock to him for $1 a unit, taking a loss, but. Maybe, it sells in his store very nicely. There's 2 other companies now, and they're using the newer version of the cars. Just it's a little bit more sophisticated. So good for him. Good for everybody. But I think we're going to see some problems with China in the coming years. They have to be economically cut off by the world until they fix themselves. They cannot be a communist country with a free market that only the top people have access to. It doesn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way. The world has to say no to that. They cannot treat their people like that. Cannot. And that's that